Hey guys, what's up? It's Peep 2, and today we are finally doing it. I left it up for review. Whoever wanted to decide the voting system we went through a few months ago at this point now, and we said, what collection do you guys want to see in the distant future? And it was 50% We Bare Bears, 50% Toy Story. So today I decided we're gonna show off the Toy Story collection because they're out right now. I had to do some cleaning around. Obviously, some stuff over here looks very different. I'll talk about that later in the next video. Don't worry. But for now, we're going to be showing off our Toy Story collection, and I have a decent amount of them, I think. They are all dusty. I apologize. I have been wanting to get them all cleaned up, but we have not had the ability to. But I'm going to go one by one and just show off all of my guys. I have a few more that I don't have right now. They're kind of in storage. However, I think these are all the ones that you really need to know about. Definitely like the main ones, like the original characters. The ones that I have in storage are like characters that are actually from older things, but they're whatever, they were part of the movie. So I'm gonna start off with these guys and we're just gonna go through them. So starting off, the original Woody ever, his little pull string does not work because he's such an old plush. Is Woody considered a plush or a toy? What do you guys think? Is Woody considered a plush or a toy? I would love for you guys to know, as well as the question of the day. What is your favorite Toy Story character? Yes, like I said, the original Woody right here. He is very bulky, very different from how the original ones are right now. They have the spurs missing, sadly. I actually got him from a thrift store honestly, about 6 months ago now. Me and my mom were kind of running around, and I found him all, like, completely packaged up together. I need to give him more of a clean. However, for the most part, I do think he looks very, very good, especially for like being the original Woody plush. I've wanted the original Woody plush, and I'm so glad I got him for like less than $10, because I know he can get a little expensive depending on where you get him from. But yeah, we have the original Woody. Next up, I got this guy from Goodwill. I was actually searching. So I had a big old thing where I was going through trying to get every single Toy Story character pre-owned. So all these characters are pre-owned themselves. And I found Rex. I wanted to go I went garage shopping just to see if I could find any Toy Story collection characters. I did not. However, that same day, I went to Goodwill and we found Rex. And this Rex is so cool. It still has its toy. I'm pretty sure this is Disney Store Rex. I may be wrong, but like I said, getting them all pre-owned is so cool. So the fact that I have gotten all these guys pre-owned and in pretty good condition all around, this Rex looks amazing. I don't know if Rex's like nails right here are supposed to be fully good, or if the paint is meant to be there. I really don't remember from the movie. Somebody else is gonna have to point that out, but I think for the most part this Rex figure is a very good representation of Rex. I think it's Disney Store. I may be wrong, so if anybody knows, please let me know. Except I'm gonna grab him right here, the villain of Toy Story 3. We got Lotso Huggin' Bear. Now this is one that I actually got before I started this collection hunting thing, so he isn't actually pre-owned. He's actually owned by me. I got him on the disneystore.com. Still smells like strawberries even after a few years. He needs to be clean though. He is a dusty little bear, but that's okay. I still love him very much. He'll probably get even more dusty in the future. All these guys are very, very dusty at this point just because I haven't been able to clean them all. But yeah, we have Lotso. Next up, you can't separate them, so that's not what I'm going to do. But we have Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. This is from the more recent Toy Story 4 movie. So they have them as well as all their parts in there. He looks great. He looks very depressed, which honestly, that's how Mr. Potato Head's supposed to be in the movie. So it kind of works out. I wish they gave him eyebrows though, but for the most part, he looks exactly like how he looked in the movie. And then we have, of course, Mrs. Potato Head, who I kind of want to get another figure for because she kind of looks a little weird in this version, but I do think it still works out. Right here, always kept on coming out, but I was able to glue it, and now it's perfectly fine. Very, very adorable. And then next up, we got ourselves a Ham right here. Very good, very good. I've been looking for a Ham for a while, and then I was able to finally get one imported by Fab Nye. So Fab New York, I mean, right here, he's missing his piece. For the most part, he's a very good piggy bank. He is an exact piggy bank, so he is made of that weird, like, shatterable material. So I'm very scared that one day I'm going to kind of, like, knock him down. But I think for the most part, this is probably the best Ham representation. And if I grab Mr. Potato Head's, it's been on there so long, it's kind of hard to get off. And put it right there, he could be Dr. Evil Pork Chop. And that actually looks really good right there. But I do think this is my favorite, like, representation of Ham. I know there's a few more that may be a little bit better. However, for me, I do think that Ham right here looks the best that he could be. Next up, we have ourselves Duke Kaboom that I got from another thrift store that's actually now closed down. I was able to find him for pretty cheap. I think this is the Toy Story Select figure. Very, very good. You can take off his head right here. Keanu Reeves killed it in the movie, and I'm super happy to... Oh, it's kind of hard to get it off. Oh my gosh. Is it posted? Yeah, there we go. So you can see Duke Kaboom right here. Very cool figure. Comes with a motorcycle as well. I have not tried to see if he could actually go flying or if he falls with style, but I do think this is a really good figure. And I'm super happy that I got it for like $3. Next up, the oldest one that I have from this collection is actually going to be this little alien. Obviously, he has the top piece off. It kind of got cut off as a child. My grandfather actually gave me this when I was little. He has passed away now back in like '08, so still a very nice thing to have. I had to go searching for it back whenever I first started the collection. And while I don't consider it like a main part of my collection, it is still such a cute little thing to have. And I need to get at least like maybe 3 more, just rebuild it. And then maybe this one will just go somewhere in the future. But for now, I think this little alien buddy is super adorable. And I love having a little story behind it. Next up, we have ourselves Bo Peep right here. I think she's from the Disney store, if I'm not wrong. I got her off of Facebook Marketplace as much as some of the other guys I also got as well. And I think it looks great for a Bo Peep figure. She's about the same height as Woody, a little bit smaller, but I think it works out perfectly. She's obviously more plastic than whatever material she was in the movie. She doesn't have the arm that kind of comes off, which would have been really cool. I was thinking about maybe like and then putting an actual bandage on there, but I'm probably not going to. I think now just because I kind of keep her more for display purposes. But I do think this Bo Peep is a good representation. A lot cheaper than I think the like Select figure would be, but I still think it's a very nice figure. And then next up, of course, we have our Slinky Dog, and he goes so much farther than most people would have theirs go, just because I actually cut off the string that used to be in there, and of all that, I cut off the string that was right here, where he would be like his leash. So now he looks very much just like how Slinky does in every movie. I'm super happy that I was actually able to get his little ears back down as well. It looks perfect to me, and I'm just super happy with how far he could actually stretch out. I don't want to go too far because I don't want him to break, but still, I think a very, very excellent little plush for Slinky. I think still a very excellent figure for Slinky. I do need to, like I said, kind of redust all these guys off, but I'm super happy with how we're having the collection go on, and this Slinky honestly looks exactly like how he did in the movie. And then next up, we have the Disney Store Jessie. And this Jessie is actually really good in my opinion. I think one of the best Jessie dolls. Sadly, the thing with Jessie is that she's so hard to get a figure of. And so hard to make a good, like, figure toy of, that the point of like making one, you have to do it really well. I think that the Toy Story 4 one that I have right here from Disney Store, as well as like the one you would get from like Toys R Us or Walmart back for Toy Story 3, where it had more of the actual plastic hair, are the best ones for her. But she actually works still. I put a little custom string that I got from, I think, Today I Grew Up, back whenever I was collecting. And her head is very, like, down for some reason. I feel like it might have come off at one point, or if it's supposed to be like that, maybe I'm just wrong. I don't remember her, like, being this loopy down. But I do think it still works for the... I do like having the plush being like this. I keep on calling them plushies, and I keep on having to, like, redo it. I'm going to keep it in for now, but I do think this figure for Jessie is honestly one of the best ones. I do have the like Barbie doll similar one that I have maybe in the future, but for this, I think this is probably my favorite of the Jessie figures. That or Toy Story 3 for sure. I had the Toy Story 3 one for sure, but I just I lost it through the past. But still, very cool. And then next up, my actual personal favorite character in all of Toy Story, we have ourselves Bullseye. I got this Bullseye along with my Woody that I'll show off in a bit. I'm trying to remember where his like thing is. There we go. So if you click right here, he has a little button and he kind of makes the sounds. And he is so freaking adorable. I love Bullseye so much. I usually put Jessie or I put the old-fashioned Woody on him. I think it looks great. I love having them together. It's so good, and I love the clinking sound that it makes whenever you're kind of just doing that. So it actually kind of sounds like a horse going, but Bullseye is definitely my favorite of all the figures in the Toy Story world, and I'm super happy that I actually have one in my collection. This is my first time ever owning a Bullseye figure, so the fact that I was able to get one is really, really cool, and I'm super happy, super ecstatic about this guy. One of my favorite pieces of all my Toy Story collection. Honestly, I'm going to say he is my favorite of my Toy Story collection. But yeah, we have ourselves Bullseye. And then next up, of course, we have ourselves Mr. Buzz Lightyear, sporting the very funny face. But if you throw that, he's just basically like every other Buzz. He's very dusty, like I said. You could barely see him right there. So I usually keep this part up. However, if you wanted to, boom, boom, it does that. He has everything that I believe should be on there. Laser works.
Stand back, everyone. Everyone take cover.
I guess the blue one, I don't know if the blue one's supposed to work or not.
Who goes there?
Yeah, oh, yep. So it's not supposed to work, but these two work. They're like supposed to go down at the same time. And then, of course, you press this bad boy. He actually goes like that and lights up. So a really awesome Buzz Lightyear figure, in my opinion. The only thing that I'm kind of like, is the face. I really wish the face was more normal instead of him just looking down kind of awkwardly. But I think for my personal Buzz Lightyear, this is a really good rendition. I actually found one at the same thrift store that I found this guy at. This is actually who started it. I got him from an antique shop, actually, not a thrift store. And I was like, man, if I was able to find a good Buzz Lightyear there for very cheap, what are the odds that I can find every single Toy Story character? And that is what I ended up trying to do. And I think for the most part, I have achieved in doing it. A very cool Buzz Lightyear figure, but we still have one more little figure to show off. And of course, we have ourselves Sheriff Woody. And this Sheriff Woody has actually been modded as much as I could make it. I might do some more in the future. Starting off right here, we gave him an actual gemstone right there. I cut off the piece down there. Did it. The one thing I'm really sad about is he does not have a piece right here. I need to get a new sound thing for him. Hopefully in the future, maybe. Either that, or I'm going to sew it all like that and make it very weird. Just like how they had it in the fourth movie. I don't know for sure, though. I'm kind of, he has the bigger hands that I actually got from the Disney Store one. He has the face from the Hug-A-Lot's Woody. So it's more similar to the actual face that you would see a Woody figure holding in the movies. Here's his hat. I need to maybe mod it in the future. I don't know yet. Kind of like how that one looks just because it's kind of tighter on his head so he doesn't have it falling off. I gave him custom buttons and I gave him a little magnet piece right here to hold his star instead. So if I want to, I believe I could take it off. I don't want to risk it though because I don't remember if I did or not. But I think all in all, this is a very nice Woody figure. I'm super happy to have it in my collection. I made it basically all by myself for the most part. This is part of that one Hug Woody where if you like throw him or something, he makes a sound. Very creepy. He came with a bullseye, so whenever he would talk, it was very creepy. Especially if he started talking without really having anybody touch him. So I was like, ugh. So I kind of took off different pieces that I didn't need from him, took all the stuff out, and now I can fairly decently say this is my favorite Woody figure I have. My one thing is I need to get a stand. I need to get like a Barbie stand and put him up just so he can kind of stand like this. For the most part, I do think that it's a really well done Woody. And then as well as that, I do have these things over here. I have the Toy Story book. I have Toy Story on the VHS, of course. Back whenever I used to watch it, it would have been on the VHS. And we have ourselves Toy Story 2. I still got Toy Story 3 and Toy Story 4. I can watch it whenever I want on Disney+, but I think it'd be very awesome to have the full collection just as like physical copies. Maybe in the future I'll do that. I don't know yet. If you couldn't tell, I'm just kind of sitting on the floor because I kind of want to have it seem like I'm a child showing off his toys, which some people might say that I am, but I think that is it for the most part. Very cool figures. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it, I think, for me. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit like, comment, and subscribe. And I'd love to know the question of the day. Like I said, what was your favorite Toy Story character? For me, it is definitely Woody. I do love myself Woody so much, but I know a lot of people love Buzz. I know a lot of people like Rex, Ham, Bullseye. Actually, I take that back. Like I was saying, Woody is one of my favorite characters, but I do think Bullseye is definitely my favorite. So Bullseye and Woody are totally my two favorites. I actually have the Funko Pops up there, but I think Buzz comes in similar decently enough. But I think that's going to be it, guys. I will see you guys next time. Next episode, we're actually going to be reviewing a little Build-A-Bear that's in the background. Maybe you can see a little sneak peek of him. But for now, it's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.